Ladies and gentlemen, you're now listening to Who You Got with Kale and Sam. Now, who do you got?
What's going on, everybody? My name is Kale, and today we're going to be doing Who You Got, number 6, week number 6. We've had some movers and we had some shakers, and we had a shocking win in this week 5. Sam finally won a game.
I finally got that dub.
He did.
I finally got that first dub.
He did, and I'm so proud of him.
He is.
And I have to wear my clown shirt today.
Put that shirt on, boy.
No.
Put it on now. There you go.
I'm surprised you're not doing any commentary with it.
No, I'm just basking in the glory. There you go.
Enjoy it while you last. I mean, you're going to lose next week.
We'll see. It's a long season. It's a long season. You know, we almost have the same records again already overall. Overall record.
How?
Overall record win-loss on the year. Not, I'm talking like all the games as a whole.
Oh.
I'm back to a winning record, actually, in that regard.
Okay.
So, just watch your back. Watch your back.
You know, I think somebody would be happy if I put this circus music on with this. I got it covered.
Okay, do it.
Sephora is everywhere you are.
These
So when
ads are
Matt's
killer.
birthday
I'm
is
not even gonna
tomorrow.
waste my time. We'll probably get copyrighted anyway, and then this video can't do well. Whatever ever monetizes it.
Well,
You know how YouTube is. They're picky about everything they do, and it's ridiculous. So anyway, we'll get into the episode here. Sam, how was your week?
it was good. Busy. As usual.
I could not agree more. This week has been absolutely busy. It's just everyone's trying to get their pipe, like I've been saying the last few weeks. And, it's that time of year where everything's going to start freezing. And, yeah. Interesting sports stuff you've been seeing.
There's a lot going on in the NFL right now. You look at
Robert Saleh.
Start with Robert Saleh getting fired by the Jets.
Apparently escorted out, too. I mean,
They're saying that Aaron Rodgers had something to do with that. I'm not saying he did or he didn't. He's saying he didn't, but you never know. Honestly, who knows anymore? But the Patriots naming Drake May the starter, the rookie. And then, I don't know.
Spencer Rattler
Yeah,
today
well, Derek Carr
is hurt.
is because he got hurt, yeah.
But if he balls out, I don't think they're going to use Derek Carr. I think they'll move on
Yeah.
from
If
Derek Carr after a little while.
If Rattler comes in and balls out and plays well, they're going to stick with him.
Yeah, I would hope. I mean, I don't think nothing's wrong with Derek Carr. I think his age is just showing at this point.
Yeah, he started off the year really good.
He did. He started off pretty damn well. Let's go back to the Robert Saleh. I was going to say something doesn't seem right to it, because if he was escorted out and then you're hearing these other stories come out and everything about it, and it's like, okay, what's going on?
Well, it's just weird because the Jets' problem is their offense, really. Like, their defense is fine, and Robert Saleh, he's a defensive coach. And really, I think the problem is Nat Hackett, the offensive
He's always
coordinator.
been a problem.
Like, he was okay in Green Bay, but that's really because he had the help of Matt LaFleur and Aaron Rodgers. Now they've got, I think, Jeff Ulbrich, the defensive coordinator, is going to take over as head coach.
Which, the busting with the boys, shout out to them. They confirmed he is a football guy.
He's a football guy.
He's a football guy.
He's probably a player's coach.
Yeah, he could be like another Dan Campbell.
But at the same time, on the Pat McAfee show, Aaron Rodgers said, it's surprising how many people think he has power when he doesn't, but he kind of does.
Let's be honest here. Aaron Rodgers had power.
Let's
since
be
he was
honest
the
here.
Packers.
He brought how many former Packers to the Jets his first year?
Yep.
Nat
And-
Hackett, Alan Lazard, Tim Boyle was one of them, the backup quarterback. Randall Cobb.
I don't know if you've seen the episode. There's a Barstool episode going around. That's a clip. And the guy asked him a question. He said, "If you were to fire your coach, would you fire him? Or if you would have would you I don't know. I'll have to find the video, and it was. Let me find it actually here for you real quick before we get into who you got.
Yeah.
It was a really good question, and it's asking if you would fire your coach.
Yeah.
And you said yeah. So I mean,
Who said that?
Roger.
Really?
Yeah, I'll find it here.
I haven't seen that.
It's called Sunday Conversations.
So he said he would fire his coach?
Yes.
Interesting.
Let me see here. Firing coach. I know there's. There we go.
If you could fire your coach, would you do it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait
But-
for it.
You put in a good word with him elsewhere.
Yeah.
That's when he was on the
Fire him
Packers.
just so I could rehire him
Mm.
at a lower salary.
If you could fire
So, I mean, that clip is.
When he was on the Packers? Like how long ago?
This was probably about his last year.
So if he would fire LaFleur?
Yeah, but I mean, if you think about it, I mean, his opinion probably still stands. I mean, let's be honest. Rodgers has been a great player on everything he's done,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna be honest, he's pretty much a douchebag outside the NFL at this point.
It's looking more and more like that.
I don't know what's changed him.
I mean, he puts on a good front when he's, going on different talk shows like Pat McAfee, I guess, but
He's sitting there. There's times I'd be watching, and he's annoyed. He gets annoyed with Pat. There's no way.
I feel like he's lying to us too about
Yeah.
a lot of stuff.
I think he's just trying to protect his
And
own
honestly,
image.
like that doesn't change how I feel about him as a player.
No,
He's still my favorite. He's my favorite NFL player of all time.
I feel like he is trying to hide from it because he's trying to help his own image
Mm-hmm.
and whatnot. I mean, which if I was him, I would too.
Yeah,
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
true.
But yeah, I mean, there's that. Anything else in the NFL or sports world? Oh, NCAA is getting rid of the NIL.
They're getting rid of it.
No, well, not really the NIL. They're getting rid of the national signing or something.
National Signing Day.
I just saw a little bit of it. No, it was something with the letter intent.
That kind of makes sense to me because so many of these players are very non-committal
Yeah.
at this point.
It was the national letter intent. They replaced it. So what they're going to be doing now is they're going to be replacing it with financial aid and something else.
Yeah.
Which is cool too.
Yeah.
So like with this rule, they'll be able to, allow to sign with new schools. They, after they have formally entered the transfer portal or whatever. But anyway, enough of that. Let's get into this week's pick, shall we?
Let's do it. You have the games pulled up or?
About to.
All right.
We would have had this all prepared, but today was kind of a long day and we didn't get a chance to do it. But hey, that's all right. We're still doing it. We don't have,
No, yeah, that's the main thing.
Yeah. I could probably just cut that part out anyway.
Yeah.
So week 7 for the first game.
Week 6.
Oh, my bad. Wrong one.
Week 6.
I'll cut this part out too.
Thursday night. I got all the games here too. I mean,
We got the 49ers and Seahawks. The 49ers and the Seahawks.
49ers at the Seahawks Thursday night football.
I think the Seahawks are going to win that one.
Okay.
I think they're playing good football. I mean, they're still with a coach.
They just lost to the Giants.
Yeah, I know that. But
Same.
I'm just saying because I saw them play some really good football against the Lions.
Yeah. They did.
And I think they could probably play some good football there. Geno Smith's still playing all right. Their defense is doing okay. Running game is doing well. Receiving core is doing well.
Yeah.
I think they're going to upset the 49ers.
You really think it's an upset?
Yeah. I think they're going there in there. Well,
Seahawks are at home, and they've kind of been the better team this year.
yeah, I think the
49ers
Seahawks-
just lost to the Cardinals by 1 point. It'd be a good game. It'll be a good game. So you're taking Seahawks for sure.
Yeah, I don't think the 49ers are doing that well this year.
That's a tough one. 49ers have been struggling a little more offensively. They've been having some injuries. Even though Jordan Mason's been playing good, I still feel like they're missing Christian McCaffrey's versatility. Like, Jordan Mason is a great running back. I think any running back looks good in the Kyle Shanahan offense.
Right.
But Mason isn't as versatile as McCaffrey, and I think they're missing him. I'm going to go Niners.
Okay. Sam has picked the Niners.
Next game, we've got Chicago Bears. This is our London game, Sunday morning at 8 a.m. Chicago Bears versus the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I think the Bears are going to cakewalk them.
Bears?
Yep. I'm going to go with that. The Bears. I think Caleb
Bears.
Williams seems like he's getting it figured out a little bit, but he's still not great. He's not doing the USC Caleb Williams right now. I think he just wants to win. Jacksonville, they're not doing well. They're just not. They still got a win last week, but
They
not.
played well against Houston, too.
They did. They pulled out the upset.
Well, they didn't
but-
beat Houston. They played well against them.
Oh, I thought they did.
They lost to Houston. Who'd they beat this last week? They beat I'm checking right now.
Oh, who'd they beat?
They
Colts,
beat the Colts. And
which-
they played well against the Texans. So I feel like they're a team that's kind of better than their record shows, and there's a couple teams in the league I feel that way about, Bengals being one of them as well. But Caleb Williams looked really good last week.
I see.
and-
Yeah.
I was one of those people that said eventually he'll get it figured out, and that was his first game. Again, it was against the Panthers. Panthers aren't very good. The London games are always tough though. Like, even the Jets almost came back against the Vikings last week. So I'm gonna go Bears. I just think overall they're the better team. Next game, we've got New Orleans Saints at home versus the division rival Tampa Bay Buccaneers, NFC South matchup.
I think that's just going to be an easy game for the Buccaneers. I think, with the Spencer Rattler, he's going to go in there. He might ball out, but he might not. He also is known to be under pressure and fold, and,
Yeah.
it's not one person. If one person doesn't do well, the whole team doesn't do well.
Yeah.
I think Baker's doing some great job. He's doing a great job playing as quarterback. He's doing he's having a hell of a year.
Yeah, he's doing great.
Trey Palmer's still lost in the sauce, but hey, that's all right. Their receivers are still looking pretty good with Godwin and Evans. And
He's lost in the sauce?
he's not. You don't see him play much.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant he had a drinking problem now.
No. Speaking of drinking problem, Georgia, but let's be honest.
Yeah, I think Buccaneers have a good team this year. I think they had one fluke loss to the Broncos so far, even though the Broncos are looking solid now. I think the Saints are going to ease Spencer Rattler into that role. I think they're going to use Alvin Kamara a lot. They're going to use that running game. They're going to use the short game, ease the rookie into that role. But I really think overall he'll come up short in his first start, even though he's at home. I'm going to take the Bucs again. I just think they have the better team. Baker Mayfield's the better quarterback, and I'm going to roll with the Bucs in that one versus the Saints. The next one, an interesting matchup. We have the Baltimore Ravens at home versus the Washington Commanders.
I hate to say it, but I think you can look at it either that the Ravens are just going to end their hot streak, or they're going to pull off the upset against the Ravens. Jaden Daniels is playing some pretty damn good football.
He looked really good against Cincinnati a couple weeks ago.
And Cincinnati is a good team, but the record doesn't show that.
Their pass defense is sus.
Yeah.
That's their biggest weakness.
Still pretty good team. But, however, Derek Henry is probably going to steamroll him a little bit, but Lamar Jackson, he's still trying to get that first Super Bowl, so he's getting pissed about every game he plays. That dude is hungry for every time he plays. So I'm probably going to go with the Ravens on this one.
Ravens for Kale. It'll be. I think it has the potential to either be a good game. I think it's gonna be a good game.
I do too.
I think JD, he's gonna keep playing good. Derrick Henry has been having a good year. Lamar played great last week against Cincinnati.
Oh, I know he did. He got me a lot of points in fantasy.
Yeah, him and Joey B were in a shootout matchup. And one of my fantasy teams, Joe Burrow, got me almost 60 fantasy points that day.
Can confirm.
And I still lost, by the way. But I digress. Lamar had probably his best passing performance last week. And maybe that continues. Maybe he gets into another shootout with Jaden Daniels because the Ravens' pass defense has also been sus this year, just like the Bengals. And we saw what Jaden Daniels did against the Bengals. So I'm gonna say the Ravens pull it off. But I think it'll be a good game. It'll be another good game, and it's gonna be a battle between Lamar and Jaden Daniels. Two former Heisman Trophy winners.
They're trying to say that Jaden Daniels had a chance to win the MVP.
He does. He does. I think definitely Offensive Rookie of the Year. But if Caleb starts picking up his game, I mean, who knows? Next one, we got Green Bay Packers at home versus Arizona Cardinals.
I'm going to go with the Packers on this one. Cardinals are playing all right, but they're not great.
They took down the Niners last week.
Yeah, but that's the Niners. But
I feel like it's been a weird year so far, but continue your thought.
Anyway, the Packers, they look great, but Jordan Love's still easing them back, getting to the the quarterback role ever since he got injured a couple weeks ago. Something about your receivers, your receivers are just not catching balls now, apparently. And then
Dontavian Wicks is playing like trash.
And then you got one getting upset because of his role, in which
Dobbs,
why go on Twitter? Why?
Yeah, I know.
Keep it to yourself.
And Watson's injury prone, as always.
Yep.
Really, the only one I feel like we can trust 100% is Jaden Reed.
You know who I think? Tucker Kraft.
He's rapidly becoming the new favorite at tight end over Luke Musgrave. Because we actually drafted Musgrave over Kraft that year. But Kraft has definitely been the better tight end so far. I'm going to say so you went Packers.
Yes, sir.
I will say this. Jordan Love looked good last week outside of one very stupid interception, and it was just like kind of a broken play, and he just kind of underhand tossed it up there, and it was a pick six, and it was right towards their own end zone. But he played good against the Rams. Cardinals, another NFC West team, they're not playing great. They beat the Niners, and the Niners aren't as good this year as they've been in years past, but they're still the Niners. They still got, they're still a good team in my opinion, but I'm going to say Packers. I think they're at home, they're coming back home, and Jordan Love is only going to keep improving. I think hopefully we have Dobbs back. I don't know if we will or not, but Jaden Reed's that dude. If Wicks can just hold on to the ball, he's a good receiver. Kraft's a good tight end. We need to feature Josh Jacobs a little more in the running game.
Yes, I don't think you guys are using Josh Jacobs as much as he is. But,
we used him a little bit more last week versus the week before, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next game, we have the Tennessee Titans at home versus Indianapolis Colts. AFC South. I think the
rivalry.
Colts are going to take that one. I don't think the Titans are very good this year.
Well, especially if Joe Flacco plays again.
Joe Flacco, I mean, for being as old as he is, he's getting it done somehow. But hey, that's me. I think it's great that he's doing what he's doing. It's kind of maybe the Browns are looking at it damn, why did we let him go?
Yeah.
But I'm going with the Colts on this. I think old man Joe is going to go in there and dick stomp the Titans.
Speaking of the Browns, they need to take a page out of the Jameis Winston handbook and go eat a dub and start Jameis Winston over Deshaun Watson.
We eating them dubs.
I'm gonna say Colts too. I just think honestly their offense looks better with Joe Flacco than it did with Anthony Richardson. Just like the Browns' offense looked better last year with Joe Flacco instead of Deshaun Watson.
We'll get to that when we get to their game.
I think. Okay, yeah, the Browns do play this week. I was thinking they had a bye, but they don't have a bye. Yeah, I'm going Colts. Next game, we've got Patriots at home versus Texans.
I think the Texans are going to win that one easily. I mean, well, not as easy. I think the Patriots are going to put up a fight.
Drake May's first start. The future is now in New England.
We'll see how Drake May plays his first game. He might get the rookie jitterbugs, or he might just, go out there and be balling like Jaden Daniels and C.J. Stroud when they are in their rookie years.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to go with sadly Texans on it, though. I don't think he can fully do it. I mean, there's going to be that little butterflies in his stomach, and it's going to, not set in right away.
And, yeah, I mean, you nailed it on the head. Stroud has picked up right where he left off last season when he won Rookie of the Year. He's having an MVP caliber season so far. He's definitely top 5 quarterback in the league so far this season. And I think Texans win. I think they win pretty convincingly. Patriots might have a few good plays here and there. Defensively, they have a solid defense. Ramondre Stevenson, I think, finally came back out of his slump last week at running back. But I don't know how much I really trust Drake May, honestly, at quarterback. But I guess we'll see. I'm going Texans. And our next game is Eagles at home versus the Browns.
So here's a little bit of the headlines kind of going into the Browns game. Will the Browns start Deshaun Watson, or did Deshaun Watson quit the football team?
Is there rumors that he quit the football team?
Yes.
I could see it.
I could see it too. I mean,
Deshaun Watson,
he threw away his own career.
at one point, he was like, it was him, Mahomes, and Lamar Jackson as like the future of the NFL. And then somehow, the whole massage
Those
thing or
damn
whatever.
massages.
But, man, he really just went on a downward spiral. He has not been the same.
No, he's not that Clemson Deshaun anymore.
Not even. He's not the Houston Texan Deshaun anymore either.
No. I remember when people used to put him in the MVP conversation.
He was for a couple years. He was.
Yeah. So who are they playing again?
The Eagles.
I think Nick is going to go in there and they're going to get one of their third or second wins. So.
I think their third or fourth win.
Oh, something
the
like
Eagles,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Be interesting. I think the Browns offense has a better shot with Jameis Winston anyway. He can be a bit sporadic and bit of a gunslinger. He likes to just chuck it deep. Amari Cooper out down there somewhere.
I heard Amari Cooper wants out.
I could see it.
I
could see him going to Buffalo or something. They need a wide receiver one.
Yeah, we'll have to talk more about them trades. Them trades are heating up with the deadline coming up.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I think the Eagles win it. I think Eagles have gotten a lot of hate this year, and Jalen Hurts is not maybe that guy who we thought he was.
He fizzled out
from a couple of years ago. Well, I just think he had that one year where he caught a bunch of teams off guard with his skill set, but teams have caught on to him now, and if he doesn't, he's not a good enough passer to get defenses to respect him. And he's not as good of a runner as a Lamar to have them respect him enough as a runner. So he just kind of struggles there. He's kind of right there in no man's land. But really, his biggest thing, he does both fine. He throws fine. He runs. He's a great runner. He's really strong. He's a great leader. He just turns it over too much. That's his biggest thing. But I'm going Eagles there. I think a heavy dose of Saquon Barkley. A.J. Brown might be back for this one, I think. Next one, we got Broncos at home versus the Chargers, AFC West matchup. Could be a tough one.
I can see the Broncos sneaking out.
They look good lately. They do look good lately.
Well, you watch a video and you notice the difference between Bo Nix and Sean Payton versus Sean Payton and
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson. I think, I don't
Bo
know.
Nix is drawing comparisons to Drew Brees with Sean Payton.
Yes. I think I've always thought Bo Nix has always been a good player. I've always thought he was a good quarterback. I remember watching him in his first game at Auburn versus Oregon. That was a great shootout that year.
Yeah.
The first game of the year. Now let me talk about the Chargers. I think
Another former Oregon quarterback.
yeah, Herbert's playing not too bad at football himself. Seems like his receivers are learning how to play.
He's got a sus receiver group,
Yep. They're sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
but their running game has been great.
Pretty
this
good,
year.
yes. Their offensive line has been all right. It's not great. And you also got Harbaugh. Harbaugh's doing not too bad. He's just doing like he did at Oregon, just being a badass coach like he is.
Michigan. Harbaugh. Michigan.
What did
You said Oregon.
Oh, I had Oregon on my mind.
Well,
Whoops.
the two starting quarterbacks in this game are former Oregon. And actually, when Nix was at Auburn and played Oregon, Herbert was Oregon's quarterback.
Yes. Yep.
So Herbert's having an okay year. He's not putting up the stats he usually puts up, but they're running the ball more. J.K.
Well,
Dobbins has been a beast this year.
Which was a tough the Ravens are probably looking at it like man, we
Nah, I mean, they got Derrick Henry now.
yeah,
I
they
think
got
they're
Derrick
fine.
Henry. They're like, oh wait, J.K. Dobbins who?
Yeah.
So I mean,
Well, and then Gus Edwards.
yeah, who's also another former Ravens running back.
Exactly, yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Broncos. I think they're gonna upset the Chargers.
Okay. AFC West rivalry matchup.
Yep.
That's a tough one. That really is a tough one because both teams have been. Broncos are on the up and up. Chargers have been pretty steady. Chargers are running the ball this year probably better than they ever have in Herbert's career. They're playing better defense than they probably ever have in his career. I'm going to go Chargers. Chargers. Next, we got Raiders versus Steelers. Raiders at home.
I think the Steelers are going to get an easy dub on that one. They played pretty well against Dallas. I stayed up to watch the end of it. They almost had Dallas, but Dallas stuck out the win at the 1 yard line. But overall, Steelers are still a pretty good team. Solid team, mind you. They're going to be doing pretty well in defense, like always.
Another thing we forgot to mention for the Raiders is Aiden O'Connell is now going to start at quarterback.
Yes, I think Gardner's done. I think he's just going to be
Unless
backup.
Aiden gets hurt.
Yeah.
So we were both kind of right in our
Kind of.
preseason
Kinda.
power.
Now here we are.
Now it's Aiden O'Connell's turn.
Hey, OC, baby.
I'm going to go Steelers too. I just think, again, they're just the better team. Justin Fields, I think, is going to have a good game. They're going to run the ball. Najee's been not that great this year.
Yeah.
But really, the Steelers have kind of gone with a running back by committee really approach with Najee Harris, Jalen Warren, and Cordarrelle Patterson.
Jalen Warren ain't too bad.
Yeah, he's a good third down back.
He did pretty well in my fantasy last year.
The Steelers are missing another good wide receiver though. They have George Pickens, they have Pat Freiermuth at tight end.
Devontae, they're trying to get Devontae.
I heard they're trying to get Devontae. I've heard rumors too. That'd be huge for Justin Fields.
Yes.
Panthers at home versus the Falcons. So, little snippet here real quick is late in their last game against the Bears, the Panthers did sub in Bryce Young
I saw.
over Andy Dalton. It was really just to keep Andy from getting hurt, which is just it's just crazy because imagine hearing that a year ago when Bryce Young was the prized #1 overall pick, rookie.
Mm.
And now they're subbing him in to keep the veteran old guy healthy and not from getting hurt.
That's funny.
It's just crazy how much things can change in a year. And On that same note, I feel like their head coach Dave Canales could be possibly the next head coach to get fired this year. But who you got in Panthers Falcons?
I think the Falcons are going to steamroll them. The Falcons are too good. The Panthers are not great.
Falcons have looked. Kirk Cousins has looked like Kirko Chains lately.
Yes, 2 Kirko chains, please.
Kirko 2 chains.
Yes.
1 Kirko Thuggins.
Man, they're playing good football. The running game's pretty good. Their offensive line's pretty good. Receivers are pretty dang good. And then you got Mr. Two Kirko chains, Mr. non-prime time himself.
Kirk Thuggins.
Kurt Thuggins is doing pretty well. He's playing pretty well.
Dude, last week Thursday Night Football, they beat they beat the Buccaneers in overtime.
They did.
Which was crazy. But yeah, I think with the Falcons too, you look at a guy like Bijan Robinson at running back, you think he's going to just be the lead horse, but they've been playing a healthy dose of Tyler Algier too at running back. And they also have Drake London, Darnell Mooney, some good pieces at wide receiver, Kyle Pitts at tight end, who's been kind of a non-factor. You know, I feel like they should try to get him involved a little more. But I'm going to go Falcons as well. I just think they are the better team. Kirk Cousins is the better quarterback. Andy Dalton played great, but he's not going to be the Lord and Savior for the Panthers, unfortunately.
No.
But he is better than Bryce Young. Next one, we got Cowboys at home versus your Lions.
I'm easily picking the Lions. I think we have a little bit of a chip on our shoulder from last year. I remember watching that game.
That was a good game.
That was a bullshit call. I will take that to my fucking grave. That was a bullshit call. The guy went out. The lineman reported that he was eligible. The ref fucked us over.
I agree. And really kind of an interesting, I guess, plot in this game with the quarterbacks. Dak Prescott and Jared Goff are essentially the 2 best quarterbacks to come out of the 2016 draft.
Yep.
I'll take Goff over Prescott any day, honestly.
I would too. I mean, personally, I think.
I just think he's better. I think he's more clutch, honestly.
Okay, here's a personal opinion, and I'm not trying to be nice because it's whatever. You might not think it's me saying this, but I don't think Prescott's all that terrible.
No.
He's
a good quarterback, obviously.
He has that mentality like, it's my show, I do whatever I want. It just comes off that way. Versus Jared Goff, I mean, he was like that at one point.
He was at one point.
But then look where it got him.
Right.
And now
you got him traded, and it's just crazy because originally he was looked at in Detroit as just the bridge guy.
Yeah.
And now he's your franchise guy.
Oh yeah, I know.
Crazy.
So.
But no, I kind of agree there. Dak's obviously a good quarterback, but he is a good quarterback. He was second All-Pro last year. Second MVP voting.
He has those tendencies to just be awful, which most quarterbacks do.
Yeah, he always comes up short in big games. But moving on, I go Lions as well. They're just a better team. Again, I say that a lot, but the Lions are a better team. They have a more balanced offense. They obviously have a better running game.
I'm going to say this for next week already.
Defense.
The Lions are going to upset the Vikings.
I hope you're right. I hope you guys knock off the Vikings.
I think we're a better football team overall.
Okay, next game. Giants at home versus the Bengals.
Bengals are going to win that one. There ain't no way the Giants are going to.
Giants have had some surprising wins this year, though. Didn't they beat the Seahawks last week?
They did.
And they played the Cowboys fairly tough, which Cowboys are 3-2.
The Cowboys are not too much to write home about right now.
No, they're not. I'm going to say Bengals too, though. I just can't see them losing again to a Giants team that really isn't that great.
Yeah, I know that would really.
Joe Burrow is having too good of a year.
That would really piss Joe off.
Joe's having a really good year statistically. He's the best quarterback.
Maybe the haircut change was the best for him.
He's playing great.
He's playing like Slim Shady out there.
He doesn't look like it anymore because his hair's grown.
Oh.
He doesn't have the buzz cut look anymore.
Buzz.
the fade.
The fade.
But Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, that whole offense is clicking, especially the passing game. Their defense is atrocious, but hopefully any bad defense can make Daniel Jones look bad. So that's our Sunday night game. Our Monday night game for the week is the New York Jets at home versus their division rival Buffalo Bills, AFC East matchup.
Imagine they win the game because they don't have Robert Saleh.
Bills are on a cold streak. They've lost 2 in a row, but so have the Jets.
You know, if they lose the fucking Jets, that's going to make Josh mad.
They lost to the Jets last year, week 1, when Rodgers got hurt.
Yeah, they did.
They lost to Zach Wilson.
Zach the Cougar Hunter Wilson.
That's right.
That is right, yeah.
Put some respect on Zach Wilson's name now, you hear?
Terrible quarterback.
3rd string for the Broncos now.
I thought he was second.
He's behind Bo Nix and Jarrett Stidham, I'm pretty sure.
That's sad. You let Jarrett Stidham beat you.
Stiddy boy.
Stiddy boy.
Eat the cookie, boy.
Eat the cookie, boy. Sorry, that was
Go on, get some squinch there on the side.
Hey, get yourself some squinch. Don't be bashful now. This is our
Go
squinch.
Go on now.
This is our squinch moment of the game. No, I'm kidding.
So who you got?
Well, you got to look at sometimes shit, sometimes shit. The Jets are not playing bad. But last week, Rodgers' age really showed.
Yeah, I did.
It really did.
Now, think about this though. Is his age really showing, or did he purposely play like shit to get Saleh fired?
Oh, Jesus. Here we go. I'm going to clip that.
Okay, do it.
Say it again.
That can happen.
All right. Ask me the question again.
Did Rodgers actually play like shit and throw those bad picks, or was he purposely playing like shit to get Saleh fired?
That's a 50-50 for me, dog. You bring that up. Now it's like I got thoughts in my head like, okay, wait a minute. Hold on.
Because Aaron Rodgers doesn't just go out there and throw 3 picks in a game and one of them being a pick 6 against the Vikings of all teams.
Yeah. I
Which the
don't know.
Vikings are good this year, but come on, Rodgers, after all those years, he hates the Vikings.
Yeah. I don't know. I want to say yes, but I want to say no because, like I said, we said in the
I would say
beginning,
it's probably not. Like, he probably is just. I think he's just not on the same page with some of his receivers still.
but you got to remember, was that shove intentional, or if you look at it now, was it really?
Right. Now he said on some other shows and podcasts, he said he has all the love in the world for Robert, the family, his son Adam played catch with him at practice.
Look at McCarthy. He got McCarthy fired too.
Did he get McCarthy fired, or was it just time to part ways?
Who knows? McCarthy ain't that bad of a coach.
He's not a bad coach, but I think being a Packer fan at that point in time, it was time to move on. And obviously, Rodgers wasn't the problem because he won 2 MVPs with LaFleur and went to 2 NFC Championship games and 2 number 1 seeds. Unfortunately, we didn't get back to the Super Bowl. We had so many chances, but anyway, that's getting off topic. Jets or Bills? I'm going to go Bills, personally. I'm going Bills. I don't think they're going to lose 3 in a row. Josh Allen ain't going to let that happen.
I think I'm going to go with the Bills, too. I agree. I don't think Josh Allen's going to let it happen. I think Josh Allen's going to be mad and he's going to want to win. And
there's no way he's going to take a loss to a
old man Rodgers.
To a just declining Jets team that we all had big expectations for this year.
For the last 2 years.
And who knows? They could turn it around.
Yeah,
they very well could.
You got to remember.
Maybe that Ulbrich guy is that dog that they said he was. But the 4 teams that are on bye this week are the Miami Dolphins, Kansas City Chiefs, Minnesota Vikings, and Los Angeles Rams. No game for you. I'll take no games for you guys this week. 0.
1 no game, please.
Yeah. 1 bye week, please. I need a break.
Now, we're gonna do a little something special here. It's with Robert getting fired. Who do you think is the next 3 to possibly get fired?
The next three.
Yes.
Well, I already said one. Carolina's Dave Canales.
Okay.
Actually, a good buddy of mine from the gym who's a Bills fan says he could see Sean McDermott getting fired.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna sign off on that quite yet. I will say Dave Canales, and I will say maybe Brian Dable from the Giants,
Dable's probably a lock for me.
and probably honestly my truthful pick is probably Dan Campbell from the Lions.
Why?
Just kidding.
What?
That's a joke, dude. I wanted to see your reaction. It's funny. It's not actually Dan Campbell.
Mine would be McDaniels.
Mike McDaniel, really?
Yes.
Nah. Not yet.
I mean, it's an organization that would do.
It's
something
showing
like
that maybe his expertise isn't great because he's not doing good without Tua. But they have a bye week. Maybe they'll get
Right.
some stuff figured out. No, I could see. Here's my picks. I'm gonna say Dave Canales, Brian Dable, and Doug Peterson, the Jaguars. Jaguars should be doing a lot better than they are with Trevor Lawrence. Have you noticed Travis Etienne's getting less carries, and they're going more to Tank Bigsby now at running back?
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah.
Crazy. Like Etienne was so good last 2 years. He was a fantasy stud for me last year.
Well, didn't he get hurt?
He did get hurt, but he's playing. He's healthy now. But I don't know.
Maybe they're not trying to risk it. I mean,
Maybe, but I mean,
knows?
I don't know. He's losing carries either way. Okay, who are yours?
I mean,
You can't copy any of mine now.
I can see who I want. So we had Robert Saleh.
Well, you got to pick three after him.
I think Doug is going to get let go first.
Doug?
Yes. Mike McDaniels would be third.
I'm surprised you're saying Mike McDaniel.
If they
But I kind of am, but I'm kind of not surprised.
But
You know what I mean?
We're still not even halfway of the season yet.
That's true.
And nobody's really calling for his head right now.
So you said Doug, you said Mike. Who else?
The Cardinals coach.
Shane Steichen.
Yeah.
I think that's who it is. Maybe. I think that's who it is.
I don't think it is. I think it was something else.
I'm going to look right now.
Honorable mention. No, Brian. I think he's going to be, yeah. Brian's going to get fired too.
You don't think Canales from the Panthers?
He'd probably be fifth.
Okay, it's Jonathan Gannon.
Yeah, Jonathan Gannon.
Jonathan Gannon. I could see that too. Jonathan Gannon. What a whiny name. What's your name? Jonathan Gannon.
Hey, Jonathan, you want to play some ball at the park? No, my mom said I can't, man.
You sound like Cartman.
Mr. Gasson, how would you like to suck my balls? Bad kitty.
That's my papa.
Man, that's my papa. I think this was a pretty good episode.
That was. Who you gots are always fun.
They are. They are very fun.
Especially when I'm going to win for the second week in a row.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yep.
You're positive?
You want to shake on it?
Not really.
Okay. Not nice.
I'm not nice.
We got a rock with the Huskers on it.
Too late for this shit.
All right. We wrap it up.
All right. Well, I suppose that was a great episode of Who You Got. I think we had some great picks. I think we had some good
Good discussion.
good hot takes in there, and
Good discussion.
I think we've made a great episode of Who You Got. Don't forget to follow us on all social medias. Follow us on Agent Life Media Group.
I did do that.
Also, check out all the other podcasts as well as Talking Dirt,
Useless Assumptions.
Touching Base, the
TNT boy. Oh, wait. TNT. Wait, what? TNT what?
I said TNT Boys.
Who are those guys?
That's us.
That sound like that's us?
Yeah.
Oh, they sound lame.
Yeah, you're telling me. And you know what? I think I'm gonna end the episode here. But the one last final thought I'm gonna leave for you is, who do you got?
Who you got? Peace out, bye.